Well, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to you basses, whatever time it may be. This is our Beethoven ninth coaching video now. Today, section 3B. We're on page 31 through 40, and today it's the fugue. And the reason that we're doing the fugue today is it's pretty tricky, and there's lots of individual parts in there that I think can use a little drilling, so we're going to stop and start as we go. We'll go over some of the text, and then we'll make sure you're covered, okay? So we begin on page 31 to introduce you to the fugue because you don't sing right away. The part that you actually will sing will be very similar to what the sopranos do on the top of page 31, which is the tune. It is the Ode to Joy tune. However, Beethoven has now changed it. He has now put it in 6 beats in a measure instead of 4. However, he's also now still keeping the pulse as being duple. So as you can see, the marking there is a dotted half note at 84. So it's a pretty good clip, and it's in 2. Okay? So the tune basically sounds like this. Okay? And that gets you up to the top of page 32. So that's going to be what you're sounding like. But the second theme of the fugue is sung initially by the altos. And it's important for us to look at these because we actually sing both of these themes in the course of the fugue, okay? And so on the top of page 31, the altos come in. And it's also important for you to be recognizing it because the tenors are singing this part as you begin singing your part on the top of page 32. So initially, this sounds like this for the altos. You get a downbeat, and the altos come in on beat 2. 1. And then you guys are going to be singing top of page. All right? Well, let's look at the text. The text that we sing is the text that we have had earlier. Freude, schöne Goethe-Funken, Tochter aus Elysium, wir betreten feuertrunken, himmlischer dein Heiligtum. All right, so there you go. But you right away, on the top of page 33, go into the text for the second theme, the second tune of the fugue. Seid umschlungen, Millionen, diesen Kuss der ganzen Welt. And look at that. That on page 34 is held for quite a long time. Da-da-dee-da-ba-da-ba-dee-ba-dee-da. It's all right. We'll go over that in a minute. Diesen Kuss der ganzen Welt. And then you would do a lot of that repeating. Okay? And then the word Freude, just like you had at the beginning. Freude. It's an important word here. Make sure you get a good rolled R and the F before the beat. Freude. So let's begin. Top of page 32, basses, and we'll sing. Freude, schöne Goethe-Funken. Right there, top page 32. Here's our C natural. All right? Now, in your case, the tenors are going to sing the beat right before you. So they're going to go, boom, Seid, and then you start to sing. But for our purposes now, I'm going to count off the 2 beats, and then we go. Here we go. 1, 2. Freude, schöne Goethe-Funken, Tochter aus Elysium, wir betreten feuertrunken, himmlische dein Heiligtum. Seid umschlungen, Millionen, diesen Kuss der ganzen Welt. I'm going to stop right there. Because one of the things that's interesting about the bass part here is that it's very continuous. The other parts actually have some moments where they pause in and amongst things, but here we really keep going and going. So we're going to break these parts down just a little bit. So the first note I'm going to give you is top of page 33, first measure, the Zeit. Notice that most of the time in the other parts, it comes in on the downbeat. For us, though, we're sneaking in right before. Okay, so you have to get off of Heiligtum, Zeit, and that sounds before the downbeat, before the tenor starts singing Freude. They want that, Beethoven wants that same entrance like they have in the other times, okay? So that's what happens at that moment. So I'm going to stop at Heiligtum for the moment when we get there, top of page 33, first bar. Okay? And then we're going to go on with the sight and go on from there. So top of page 32, we begin. Sing Freude schöne, top of 32, second measure on do. All right? Here we go. 1 and 2 and do 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 do, and then I'm stopping. Okay, we'll go one more time. That same thing right there. Okay, you can re-go over this as many times as you want to make sure that you're feeling comfortable with the part on do or on the text, whatever. Top of 32, second measure again. 1 and 2 and Freude schöne Götterfunken Tochter aus Elysium, wir betreuten Feuer trunken. Ah, messed that up, basses. Let's try it again. 1, 2. Freude schöne Götterfunken Tochter aus Elysium, wir betreuten Feuer trunken, himmlische dein Heiligtum. And then we're going to be right in on the next note, okay? But I'm pausing for the moment. Okay? Good. Top of page 33. We're going to sing D first. And then on the spot, pick up to the second bar of 33. Then we'll go back and sing that on text as well. So you can kind of isolate those and repeat these sections here. Top of page 33 on Zeit. This time, it's going to be 1, 2, and we sing. 1, 2. Seid umschlungen Millionen, diesen Kuss der ganzen Welt. And then I'll stop for the moment. Now, I sang through on Welt just to show how it's supposed to be done. All right? But otherwise, what you can do is we're going to sing this on D, 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 D as well. All right? So we're going to go back, top of page 33, sing it on D, 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 and then you're going to see how that works going forward. All right? So on the Zeit, umschlungen, top of 33, pick up to that bar on D. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2. D, 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 D. And then that's where we're stopping. Bottom of 34, last bar. Okay? You getting the hang of it? All right, good. We'll go back one more time, sing it on text, and this time we're moving forward and going to get into that next section, all right? On the words, top of page 33. Zeit, all right, here we go. 1, 2. Zeit umschlungen Millionen, diesen Kuss der ganzen Welt. Diesen Kuss der ganzen Welt. Diesen Kuss der ganzen Welt. All right, so you see how it leads directly in to this next part in page 35. It's pretty high, isn't it, guys? Yeah. We're spending a lot of time above the staff. So alternate between the DDDs and singing it on the text in order to work this into your voice to get comfortable with it, okay? All right, we'll try now, bottom of page 34, this new section. I'm going to sing it again on the text, diesen Kuss der. Last bar, bottom of 34, into the top of page 35, stop at the bottom of page 35. Here we go. Ready, and diesen Kuss der ganzen Welt, diesen Kuss der ganzen Welt. Good, I'll do it one more time. This time I'll sing it on do, all right? Do, 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 do. And that way you'll get the non-language portion as well, to kind of drill that if you need it. Last bar, bottom of page 34, singing do. Ready, and do, 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 right? That way you have it both ways, okay? Excellent. Let's go on. Top of page 36, after a 2-bar, I think it's 2-bar, right? No, a bar and a half rest. Then we're going to sing our Freudes. So I'm starting top of page 36. Freude, Freude, wir betreten dein Heiligtum. All right? We'll go to the bottom of page 36. Here we go. The first time I'll sing it with the words. Ready? 1 and 2 and Freude. 1, 2, Freude. 1. Wir betreten dein Heiligtum. Okay, good. This time we'll do it on D, 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 D. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. D, D. Sorry, and D, D. 1. D, 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 D. Now, I'm going to do it one more time on words and then go on to the next section on page 37. This way you can have the isolation parts, and then you can also use these to connect up as you need to, as you're moving along with your learning on this, okay? Here we go. Top of page 36, back on text. Ready? 1 and 2 and Freude. 1, 2, Freude. And wir betreten dein Heiligtum. 1, 2, 1. Seid umschlungen diesen Kuss der ganzen Welt. And then I'll stop, because that's the end of that theme, the second theme coming into play. The first theme goes again at the bottom of the page. So now I'll sing top of page 37, on D. All right, here we go. Ready, and 1. D, 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 D. Okay, good. Now I'll go back to sing top of page 37, and this time I'll connect it up with the next section going on bottom of page 37. Back on the words we go, right on the first bar, top of 37. Ready? And 1. Seid umschlungen diesen Kuss der ganzen Welt. Freude, schöne Götterfunken, Tochter aus Elysium. Wir betreuten feuertrunken, himmlische dein Heiligtum. See, that's a tricky spot. Now, it sounds like the melody when it starts, but it actually deviates and goes off on kind of like a variation on the melody. It's quite beautiful, but you need a couple of goes at it. So let's go again. Bottom of page 37, I'll start right on that last bar. I'll start on the text, singing text Freude like I did before. Ready, and Freude, schöne Götterfunken, Tochter aus Elysium. Wir betreuten feuertrunken, himmlische dein Heiligtum. All right, now I'll go back and I'll sing that for you on do. All right, ready, and do, 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 do. Now, one more time on the text, and we'll go on from the bottom of 38 into page 39 and sing the next entrance, all right? So here we are, bottom of 37, last bar, back on the words, and I'm going to move forward. Here we go, 1 and 2. Freude, schöne Götterfunken, Tochter aus Elysium. Wir betreuten feuertrunken, himmlische dein Heiligtum. And 1, 2, 1. Seid umschlungen Millionen diesen Kuss der ganzen Welt. Here. So I'm stopping at that top of page 40 today on this video. But I'm going to warn you that we go right on into this next section, which we'll cover in section 3C. But let's go over this part one more time, top of page 39. This time I'll sing D, all right, on the Seid umschlungen part, okay? It sounds kind of like what that first entrance is for the altos, and yet he again varies it at the end, and again, it's pretty high, right? So drill this over and over again here too. All right, I'm looking at the top of page 39, and I'll count it off. We come in the second half of that bar, so make sure you don't come in early on the downbeat. It's a beat later than that. I'll count off the 3 beats. Ready? And 1, 2, 1. Say, dee, 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 dee. Now the good news is that the dynamic here is quite big, is quite forte here, so you should feel comfortable with singing out. The other thing is that you can take a breath, top of page 40 after the first measure, because at that first measure then you can get a good breath and sustain the last 3 measures before you move on to the bottom of the page. All right, excellent. Let's go through the whole thing, all right? I'll sing through the entire section again. This time I'll do it on the words, all right? We'll do it on words. And I'll start on page 32 so that you know that, of course, that the sopranos and altos are singing on page 31. All right, so we're top page 32. Ready? Back to the beginning we go. Sing through the whole thing. Hopefully I don't make too many mistakes. Off we go. And 1, 2. Freude, schöne Goethe, Funken, Doktor aus Elysium, wir betreuten feuertrunken, himmlische dein Heiligtum, seid umschlungen Millionen, diesen Kuss der ganzen Welt. Diesen Kuss der ganzen Welt, diesen Kuss der ganzen Welt. 2. Freude, 1, 2, Freude, 1. Wir betreten dein Heiligtum, 1, 2, 1. Seid umschlungen diesen Kuss der ganzen Welt. Freude, schöne Goethe, Funken, Doktor aus Elysium. Wir betreuten feuertrunken, himmlische dein Heiligtum. 1, 2, 1. Seid umschlungen Millionen, diesen Kuss der ganzen Welt. Here. Okay, and that's the way it's going to go. Most of what I did with my singing was on the mark. I might have missed a couple of notes in the piano, but I'm singing the right stuff there for you guys. So that should give you a good start on what it is that you need to do. All right? Good. We'll talk to you later, all right? See you next time.